KSW.
Please welcome to the show, Steven Adler, along with his bandmate and Adler's Appetite, Alex Grossi.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Steven.
How are you guys? Right off the bat, I want to say we're playing a club tonight. What's it called, Prince?
Called the Cedar Dome.
What happened last night? It blew up?
Oh, yeah, at the Cedarwood Dome.
Cedarwood, yeah.
Fabulous.
I got a call from the promoter last night saying, there's a problem. Propane tank blew up or something.
Yeah, and there were flames shooting 60 feet in the air, and I was freaked out. I saw this on the news. I had to shut down one of the freeways around that area, and I'm thinking, oh, sweet Jesus, I'm going to that show tomorrow, and there's nothing going to stop me from seeing Steven Adler perform.
I think God isn't even going to be able to stop us from performing tonight.
Yeah, they cleaned it all up.
They cleaned it up.
A bunch of firefighters stopped the fire. They cleaned up the club, and it's open and ready to rock for tonight.
I'm going to go right next to that tank again and have a cigarette. I'm going right there. I'll have Chippy go over there and smoke a joint right next to it.
And, of course, that's where Adler's Appetite is going to be. The new band with Steven and, of course, Alex Grossi on the guitar here. Alex, thanks for coming in. Guys, I know how difficult it is because you just played a show last night. Yeah. So thanks for getting up this early because this is ridiculous, and it just shows you guys are passionate about what you're doing.
No, it just means that we haven't gone to sleep yet. That's what it means.
Well, I'll tell you what, but that's going to be tough nowadays, Steven, because there used to be a method that you were able to employ to stay up all night back in the day.
Yeah, there was a method.
But now that you've gone through the whole clean and sober method, what the hell? Are you ginsenging your ass off? What the hell are you doing over there?
No, I went from heroin and crack to cigarettes and coffee.
There you go.
And they're both harder to quit than cigarettes or than heroin and crack. I'm telling you right now. And I love it when you're in the rehabs. They say, oh, no, smoke all you want. Smoke all you want. Oh, yeah. I think they're getting a cut from the government on the cigarettes.
I always wonder that when you watch like the celebrity rehab and the sober house, which shows that you've been on, and you see everybody just smoking like chimneys, and I'm like,
that's why.
Yeah, it's like you got to think that they're eventually going to have to go to a rehab to get off of that.
Get off of that. It's the truth.
Well, I guess, Steven, if you're going to have to die from something, at least that's a little bit slower. You know,
slower.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, that.
Sure. Okay.
Because the smack can get you quick if you don't do it the right way.
I'm telling you right now, it is not easy to kill yourself. Okay, it's much easier to cripple yourself than kill yourself.
Yeah, that's
I'm living proof of that.
I know. I mean, it is amazing, though, bro. I mean, you guys, because we also, Duff McKagan's a great friend of the show.
Oh, I love Duff, Dr. Love,
and
Dr. Love.
Back in the day, I've always called him Dr. Love because back in the day, all he had to do was stand there, and girls would just flock to him.
Yeah,
just so beautiful.
See, and I wanted to be the guy to stand next to Dr. Love because I had no shot on my own. So I was like,
that's why I always hung out with him. It made it much easier for me.
Well, whatever. I read your book from beginning to end, and some of the stories of you and the women, it's just ridiculous. Especially your story with Steven Adler. I wonder if you could share that. Steven Tyler. You're Steven Adler. But Steven Tyler. There's too many Stevens in this room. But can you share your story with Steven Tyler, the time that you got to spend with him?
This was just one evening. After a show, his girlfriend was out of town or left the tour for a little bit, and just for a little fun, he's a character. He brought 9 girls on the bus.
Just 9.
Just 9. And he said he started directing them, and they instantly took their clothes off. There was the second they walked on the bus, they're walking in the back, taking their clothes off. God, rock and roll's good. It's good to be king. and he's a phenomenal director. He had all of us doing all kinds of crazy little things.
Steven Tyler's directing him.
That's right. The sex director.
So he basically
the sex director.
So if there were video cameras like we have today, Steven would have been like an amateur porn director.
Yes, actually, it would be. He could sell his stuff because I mentioned before his rig. His rig is what was the word we used?
I don't know.
Okay,
I wasn't there.
Huge. It was devastating.
Devastating.
I was devastated by it. It was huge.
Oh, you mean what Steve was bringing to the table?
Yeah, he got a rig.
Yeah.
He's got a huge rig.
That's.
He is full of it.
See, that's why I've often thought, I don't know if I could be in a group scenario where somebody could just basically outclass me right at the beginning like that. What do you do at that point? You go, well, ladies, in case you want an appetizer, I'm here.
It was Steven Tyler. I was balls out. Literally balls out. Let's do this. We're doing this.
And that's what I love about the book. There's so many like fun stories, but then you're also just so open about things, because then you talked about another time where you ran into Steven and you were high, and he seemed so disappointed in you, and it was just so honest in your book.
Yeah, that was to have Steven Tyler be disappointed in you or to hurt his feelings is something you just don't want to do. Especially, he's such a loving person, and it was like he put me under his wing, to direct me through rock and to teach me the ropes. And I disappointed him by getting high. And he instantly saw it. It was just instant.
Does he ever come back to you, Steven, though, because he's had his issues as well? I mean, I think it's one thing to be disappointed in the moment, but don't all folks who are recovering addicts realize, okay, it's a Jekyll and Hyde thing, and you can't hate somebody if you're an addict.
He didn't hate me. He didn't hate me. It was devastating to me to have hurt his feelings. When you love somebody like I loved him or love him, you don't want to hurt him.
Because it seems like
I let him down, and it was devastating to me to let him down.
But it seems like he's done that too, and again for the same reason. So I wonder, has there been a place of forgiveness now between you and him?
There was never any animosity or a bad thing. It was just I let him down. But actually, about a year and a half ago, after I did the sober house in the celebrity rehab, I relapsed again. And I went back into rehab to take care of that, and he was in there for his foot because he hurt his foot.
Oh wow!
And he got addicted to Oxycontins, so we went through it together in there, and it was great. I mean, he made so having somebody like him. He's such a wonderful person and such a character. And when he talks to you, have you ever had him here?
We've never had him on studio.
When he talks to you, he sings everything. It's like everything's like
he sings when he talks to you.
Just everything is rhymes. He speaks in rhyme.
Oh wow!
And in song,
sort of like a Dr. Seuss.
He's great.
So you didn't even need a stereo when you're hanging out with him over in rehab.
No, he's got it. And he is just so funny and just talented, and like I said, he's just a wonderful person. I'm so thankful that he put me under his wing.
So Adler's Appetite is going to be happening at Milton tonight, the Cedarwood Dome in Milton, and even though they had that fire, it will be ready to go. Yep. The show is happening tonight at 8 o'clock. If you can't make Cedarwood Dome tonight, tomorrow they'll be at Haley's Bar and Grill in Everett. You can get more info at adlersappetiteonline.com.
Yes.
Yep. Now we're gonna play your new single. We're gonna get that done, but I have to ask Alex. Alex, of course, Alex Grassi, who plays guitar in the band as well. Alex, how disappointing?
Alex the Prince Grassi.
How is it being with a guy who had that great rock and roll lifestyle that was amazing and still is, but now of course it's a little bit different, or is it different? As opposed to what the stories you hear and read about in his book.
I mean, obviously the behavior's chilled out a lot from what I've read in the book to what I see now, but it hasn't really changed. I mean, the people that come out to these shows, we give them what the equivalent to what GNR probably did back in the day.
Yeah, it's like what we did it feels to me like when with GNR when we were playing clubs.
Well, I watched a few clips online because I'm just so excited for tonight. I cannot wait to see the show. I'm going to be there tonight to watch you guys rock out. And you close your eyes, and it does feel like you're watching something from like 1988, like at the Ritz, like that great performance. And it's such a cool experience to be able to hear you guys rock out like that.
Yeah, and to see the reaction of the fans. I mean, people go nuts. I mean, a lot of the people never got to see GNR back in the day because they didn't tour all that much, or with the original lineup. Yeah, so when people come out, they'd be like, "I've been waiting 25 years to see Steven play. This is so cool." So we were in a packed club last night on a Tuesday night, and people were going crazy. The crowd was like louder than us. So I don't know. I wasn't there in the late '80s when it was going on, but I think what we're doing is pretty close to that because it's a club band. It's not in a big arena band. All
put it this way,
exaggerated.
I call it the David Cassidy tour we're on right now.
David
it's done because the people just get so crazy and they sing so much, and it's just like they get in a frenzy.
So that's right. So when people come, they're going to be hearing some Appetite era Guns N' Roses songs in addition to your guys' music that you've been writing.
The BJ Shea Morning Experience on 99.9 KISW.